Good morning. Welcome to today's Bible Insight and Evangelical Group. Today we are going to talk about a very important issue in the world today. My name is Brother Moses, and the one taking care of the music is Brother Godwin Azaga. Today we are going to go straight and talk about misunderstanding Jesus Christ. And that's the topic for today, Fact 2, misunderstanding Jesus Christ. I believe no one who has ever lived has been misunderstood more than the young teacher who happened to be born not by preference but by promise. Through the line of the Old Testament Hebrew patriarch Abraham to Jesus Christ, misunderstanding Jesus has caused Muslims to reject him, Hindus to suspect him, Buddhists to ignore him, atheists to hate him, and agnostics to deny him. My brother, it's very surprising but it just may be those who claim to represent him the most, those who represent him in the world, those who represent Jesus Christ in the world, which are the Christians, who have in fact misunderstood and therefore misrepresented him the most. They will misrepresented Jesus Christ. See, if my last statement sounds outlandish and way off the mark to you, let me encourage you to listen to the rest of this audio before closing your mind to this possibility. In my own life, I have had to come to grips with my own personal defects related to my understanding of Jesus Christ and his message. This audio will demonstrate beyond doubt that Jesus' message, assignment, passion, and purpose were not to establish a religion of rituals and rules, but rather to reintroduce a kingdom. Everything Jesus said and did, his prayers, teachings, healings, miracles, was focused on a kingdom, not a religion. Jesus was preoccupied with the kingdom. It was his top priority, his heavenly mandate. Those to whom he came first, the Jews, misunderstood Jesus and saw him as a rebel, a misfit, and a fanatic. In their mind, he was at best a misguided rabbinical teacher, spreading heresies that contaminated the teaching and laws of Moses and Judaism. In truth, they had reduced the message of Moses to sophisticated religion where strict observance of the laws became more important than the original purpose for those laws. And they expected Jesus to do the same. The original intent of God's mandate to Moses was not to establish a religion, but a nation of people who loved, served, and honored God. A royal priesthood, a holy nation. You can see that in 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. Let me come to very important issues over here. My brother, do you know that the Muslims misunderstand him as a simple another in a line of prophets who was a great teacher, a good man, and a great prophet, but who fell short and failed to deliver the finished work of redemption to mankind? And the Hindu misunderstand him as a good teacher, a good man, and just another deity to add to their list of gods to provide a service in their need for spiritual security. The atheists, the agnostics, and the humanists see him as a mere man, an historical figure whom a group of misguided men transform into a god and an object of worship. They acknowledge that Jesus existed but deny any of his miracles as well as his claim to divinity. The media, scientists, and secularists see him as a fair game for investigations and criticisms. They acknowledge him as an interesting subject for argument, theories, discussions, and debate, whilst ignoring his divine claims and questioning his validity, integrity, and sometimes his very existence. Christians have misunderstood him as the founder of a religion and have transformed his teachings and his methods into customs and his activities into rituals. Many even have reduced his message to nothing more than an escapist plan for getting to heaven and his promise as mere fire insurance policy. Let me tell you, in fact, Christians has promised as a mere Christian soul. His promises took Jesus' promises as a mere fire insurance policy for escaping the pains of tormenting hell. And yet a simple study reveals his message, and priority reveals that Jesus had only one message, one mandate, one mission, and the return of a kingdom of heaven to earth. From the very beginning, Jesus made it clear that the principal need of the human race and the only solution to mankind's dilemma was the kingdom of heaven. His first public statement revealed his kingdom priority, talking about inviting someone to a program. His first statement is the most important part of his mission, and the first statement Jesus revealed shows his main reason for coming to earth. He said, from this time on, Jesus began to preach, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is near. Matthew chapter 4 verse 17. He went also to give some of the very announcements. You see, Jesus' first announcement was the arrival of the kingdom of heaven. His solution to the malnourished and bankrupt human spirit was not a religion, but the kingdom of heaven. In other words, if you are spiritually poor, only the kingdom will satisfy and fulfill your hunger. The kingdom is God's priority and must become our priority if we are to overcome the confusion of religion and the threat of self-destruction. Thank you very much. We will continue the next time about the priority of the kingdom and then rediscovering the priority. And then there we will continue. So watch out and spread the good news of the gospel. Remember, the gospel is not about Jesus Christ, the redemption. The gospel is about the kingdom. The kingdom is there to satisfy our needs. And the only way to get to the kingdom is to first believe in Jesus Christ, to accept Jesus Christ, and then you have the kingdom. Jesus Christ is the door to the kingdom, and the kingdom is the gospel, the good news. And then we'll next time talk about understanding the kingdom concept, understanding the kingdom philosophy, understanding the kingdom government, understanding the kingdom law, understanding the kingdom culture, and understanding the kingdom society. Goodbye. Love you. Next time we'll meet again. Love you. Bye bye.